All right, guys, we are on another adventure today. We got a couple DIY brake caliper tools. So, you know, the standard deal as we always do, roll footage.
Goblin Ghost repair with the fix-it crew. Metal and magic will see it through. From the heart of the canyon to the edge of despair. We're goblins on a mission. Goblin Ghost repair.
Okay, so today's adventure, we're actually going to be doing the brakes on my own personal car and changing out the rotors, which we're going to skip all the changing the rotors and just show you the two tools we got. So here they are. This is I'm going to screw this name up. It's the MayerAR. This is a ratcheting caliper tool. Pretty nifty. You know, I got my suspicions about this one. The debate we got right now is I don't think, because this thing has a function in the middle of it. Get it out.
Basically, he says that he's going to have to hold it in place for it to actually ratchet, and I say that the pressure, the piston, should hold it in place.
This spot right here, my thought is I'm going to have to grab right here so it can actually work. His thought is that's not the way it goes. But according to the ad on this will do single piston, dual piston, and even up to a 4 set of pistons, 2 on each side. It does have these extended plates, which do magnet off, and the magnets fall off all the time. Again. Yeah, just so you can see, the 2 little magnets right there, they do come off easy. It does have 2 indexing holes. And then it came with these 2, like, hey, you can hold it.
Actually, for the caliper, so that it can hang.
I can learn from my dad, who was a mechanic. Just flip the sucker over and set it on top of the rotor. Have a nice day. But that's this tool. And Bard, get out that one while I put this one back in its box.
So this one is a 22 disc brake caliper tool. This is a different style. By the way, these are both about the same price point. That one was like $14. This one's about $22 on Amazon. But for the average Joe or Jane, this is what we got here. Comes with a left and right hand movement. You need to use multiple pistons, but basically you have, instead of it pushing on both sides, this one holds it in place. Then you screw it down and
This
put
one,
these.
yeah, this one here or one of those. This is also built so if you have the rotating pistons in your caliper, where you have to have the 2 slots and rotate it back in. That's what this set is supposed to be for. We have noticed one error in this set that we got, is it said number 4 and M. Both of them are M. According to the literal quite lack of instructions, and they aren't really good on descriptions, number 4 is not supposed to have the pegs, and M is, but they're both the same size. We don't really care so much about that. We don't do brakes enough, but we do have cars that do have those ratcheting or rotating pistons. So we do actually need something like this ourselves. But our biggest thing is we're going to get to using them and get back to you on our thoughts after we are done using them. So let's get to that.
Okay, so as we said in the intro, both of these are from Amazon. So this is, of course, the kit for the first one, which we showed you the name of the box. So it comes with these 2 plates, so you can really get some hefty size on there. But this little car doesn't need these big hefty plates. They are magnetizable and do hook into the sides. So this is supposed to be a ratcheting. So we're going to see that actually does slip in beautifully. I did have my doubts. But this part is, I'm just going to say I'm going the wrong way. I've got to be. Now, I did note before we did any filming that I felt this was going to be having to hold this little pin here in the middle to get the ratchet function. But I will have to say that this is like butter, dude.
So wait, I was right?
You didn't say anything about it being in the middle.
I said the pressure from the piston
Oh,
would
yeah, you
hold
did
it.
say that. Okay, so yeah, I'm wrong, yeah. So yeah, the pressure of itself would hold it.
I'm telling old Jack.
That, like, was quick. And then, of course, it says go this way. Slipped it right out.
It's a lot easier than a C-clamp, I'll tell you that.
While trying to ratchet it back in. Okay, that worked. I'm gonna give this a good thumb up. That actually worked better than I thought. Awesome. But so the rest of this process, we're here to test the tool, not to give you guys instructions on how to change brakes. So this was the test of the, I'm gonna say this wrong, I think it's MayerAR from Amazon. So this one, of course, says, as we would have mentioned, single piston, double piston, or dual piston, even the dual piston on either side, and a four-way. So that worked very smooth. I'm actually a little impressed by that. That was clean. That was quick. So, you know, I was worried about it at first. So I'm gonna have to say that that's faster than the pistol grip version. Oh, way faster. So
On the other tire, we'll try the other tool, see for comparison.
yep, that one's going to be, you know, a little bit of time, but we're going to see with that center piston thing. All right, guys, so we'll cut to the next tire, just like, okay, so this is the other kit. Now this one does have all the bits and pieces. If your caliper piston needs rotation to turn it back in, that's where all these lovely little components come into play. Now this kit supposedly allows us to do a regular standard piston using this particular disc over here, happily marked number 3. And yeah, we found some inconsistencies looking at it, like number 4 says M is not supposed to have pins, like M over here is supposed to have pins, and there's M and M. So in case you're hungry, M&M. But again, another kit that comes from Amazon. So we're going to see how well this one works. That does fit perfectly in there. And as you can see, this has a rotational cap, so that way that doesn't turn. Now the Bard also figures that the angular pressure should be enough to hold this in. Granted, the initial setup is a bit more of a pain. Okay, we have made contact, and just like the other one,
See, this is more like what I'm used to with the C-clamp. Just it's safer.
I would agree. Now, as again, I did think, and I was correct, it is rotating the middle piece all the way around. So there is no pressure holding that there. So we need a tool to hold this so I can rotate that. Hold on. Pause 1 moment. Yeah, it's like a 7/8. Okay, ready?
There you go.
Oh, did you ever pause? No? Okay. So now we got the right tool. Apparently you gotta...
Which, I mean, it sucks, but also now you have a hand on it so that the caliper doesn't slip or move.
Yeah, I mean, I had a hand on the caliper kind of before. Oh, like, this thing's moving smoothly. or not at all.
I was thinking it's not moving.
Yeah.
I guess though, like if it's really stuck or something, you could use that and break it loose
I mean,
to get more torque on it.
yeah. I mean, all in all, I'm gonna say it's not bad, because I have changed brakes where you need these stupid pins to move the brakes. Now, not all cars have, you know, calipers that need the pins to rotate them back in. However, I've worked on several for my family that do. And even like, you know, the Bard's car, well, the fronts are regular standard pistons, but the backs need this tool. So I do gotta say, the ratcheting one makes life oh so fast and oh so great. This one, kind of a slow bug, but you know what? It's not terrible. And it's dirty as all shit's not now.
And I will mention, if it was me and I was modifying it to my needs, I'd cut this handle off and use an impact on here, because it's set for it. And you just hold this, impact, go to town. But you got to be careful, you don't want to push the piston in too far.
Oh yeah, it does stop on its own, but still you don't want to kill it. So, all right, folks. Well, we're gonna get done up here, get this all put back together, and I'm gonna get changed out of my grunge shirt and back into my original shirt for the intro that we did, and we'll give you guys one final overgo.
So we used both the tools, and as we did note, the problem of one particular set not grabbing on and applying pressure to its inner bolt. Afterwards, the Bard did have a really good thought. Go ahead.
So, they have a O-ring gasket set. You can get it at most hardware stores. So I go, all we really need is an O-ring, and the rubber will actually grab on to the metal piece. So that way this and this come together. And I got the biggest set. We'll do it on this one. On, down, darn near perfect fit. And that's all you really got to do to modify it up so that it works one-handed.
And mind you, adding that gasket, that little piece of rubber, is not going to interfere with its ability to rotate a piston caliper if that caliper does need rotating. It's just going to help add ability for the main holding plate to grab I'm going to say socket and actually rotate it. So all in all, I'm going to have to say they're both great tools. You actually are going to keep both of these. We're not worried about that. But this guy right here, of the two, I'm going to have to say, if you're a DIYer at home and you don't have rotating pistons inside your caliper, the ratcheting caliper depressor, caliper brake tool, this works flawlessly. It works rapidly. It actually made very short work of the two. The other one probably would have went faster had you grabbed the wrench in the first place to hold it.
And if I would have put the rubber on, just from seeing what it is and knowing how tools work,
Yeah.
it probably would have made it a lot easier. But we're not taking the tire back off to try it.
No. And on top of that, to double it down, we were going to use this tool as it came out of the box. So if you had bought it, you would have found the same problem. This is a simple solution. If you have O-ring gaskets, you can put on that. So do take advice that the other one, which I don't think we ever said the name on it.
This one is the BILITOOLS.
Yeah. What you guys can see.
If you look up brake caliper tools on Amazon, you're going to see both of these styles.
And we will add a link at the bottom of this video to both of these particular ones that we bought. So that way you yourselves can go buy them if you like what you saw. It's our little review of the two. I'm going to have to say they're both keepers.
But this one, for the average person that just needs to get it done, for 15 bucks,
It makes short work. And of course, the Barbarian did inform us that you easily can go get a ratcheting caliper compression tool from Walmart for about the same price, about $15. This was the one we got. We didn't know Walmart possessed one. He knows Walmart possessed ones because he's bought one. So, and even he says the ratcheting one's really nice. And, you know, I'm going to have to say the same thing. Even when I talk to my dad, who I will call the Great Sage, because, you know, I'm the wizard, he's higher than me. Even he said that's a really good tool. You know, he has the pistol grip styles. So I'll have to say, honestly, for me, from Amazon, if you're a DIYer, I'm going to have to say these are both great tools to have in your arsenal at home.
and both of these come in just under 40 bucks a bolt.
Yeah.
If you get the gasket set, you're looking at 50 bucks.
And mind you, if you got a Harbor Freight near you, you can easily go into Harbor Freight. They got a gasket ring box. That's where we got ours. So it's really not hard to get one, and they're pretty cheap.
And it's always good to have gasket rings in your shop.
We
used
actually
them quite a
used
bit.
it. Yeah,
We actually put some on our bikes when we did the restoration.
that's true. That was to stop impacts of the thing coming back. We also, the Husqvarna, the first Husqvarna, it was leaking out of the back manifold. We took it off, pissed the rings back there were not good. We replaced it. Cool. They didn't leak. Instead, it detonated because it was going to do it anyways.
Microfractures. Check your products. If you're going to buy off of like Facebook Marketplace, try to test your tools before you buy.
Yes. And there's a lot of places, even like High Bid. We've gone there many a times, and we've got many tools that we've actually had to sit and fix. So there's a reason some of those tools go there, but you can catch some really great deals on some good stuff. But as for this video was about these two tools. Yeah, we got that big old SOP right there from High Bid. There's a video on here about that, and that thing has been a major workhorse for us ever since we got it, and it's worked flawlessly. But as for these two guys, that was the whole point of this video. Another tool review into the catalog. So
Back into the drawer.
yep. So thank you everybody for tagging along. As always, I am the Wizard,
Out the barn.
and we'll see you guys all next time. Take care.
The legends speak of our gremlin kin, but we're the heroes who fix within. Through grease and grime with cunning flair, we're not just handymen, we're Goblin repair.